Dillian, the body snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Okay, so it's that time of the month again where it's time to talk about the World Heavyweight Rankings, see what kind of changes is going on. This one will be the WBA. I would like to start off with these ones because they are nothing short of catastrophic when it comes to their rankings. Whoever is putting certain fighters in these positions needs firing. It's as simple as that. Okay, now I will be talking about the other sanctioning bodies, of course, but the WBA, and I have been trying to get hold of the WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza. I told you guys this before. They won't respond to the emails, won't pick up the phone, they won't do anything. I can't get a response from the WBA. For whatever reason, I can pick up my phone, call up on WhatsApp, Bob Arum direct, the head of Top Rank. I can pick up my phone, get hold of the top guy at Matchroom in Barry Hearn. I can get on the phone and call up Dillian Whyte. And the list goes on and on and on. But for some reason, the WBA don't want to pick up the phone. They don't want to even have a courtesy response to their emails. Not at all. Why are you ducking? Gilberto Mendoza, why are you ducking? These are your rankings. You should be able to justify why fighters are in certain positions. It's just very, very simple questions. At the minute, I'm quite calm about it. I'm open to whatever it is that you're going to say. But the longer you leave it, the more pissed off I'm going to get. Because I don't like arrogance. I don't like rudeness. I just don't like it, okay? So ignorance is a no-no for me. It's not a virtue that I like, okay? So very simple questions. Why was Bermane ranked in your last month? Why was he there? That big walking potato sack with dreadlocks, why was he ranked in your top 15? Why did you sanction him to fight for a vacant WBA regular world heavyweight title against that blob in Trevor Bryan? Anything to do with Don King? These are the kind of questions I want to ask. Why is it that Bogdan Dinu is ranked so high? Why is it that Chris Arreola is even ranked in your top 15? Why is it that Dillian Whyte is not ranked in your top 15? Why is it Joseph Parker is not ranked in your top 15? Joe Joyce is not ranked in your top 15? And the list goes on. Very simple questions. These are your ranking system. You should better justify it. It's not complicated, is it? If you want boxing fans on side, you need to be doing these kind of interviews and justifying this. Why aren't you doing it? We know why you ain't doing it, and we know why certain fighters are in certain positions, because it's about money. You pay, you get ranked. You don't pay, you don't get ranked. That's exactly how it is, isn't it? You can buy certain positions. That's what it appears to be, correct? And favouritism, of course. Anyway, moving on. These are the world rankings for the WBA. Anthony Joshua, super champion. Trevor Bryan is the regular champion. Number 1, Alexander Usyk. 2, Deontay Wilder. 3, Bogdan Dinu. 4, Luis Ortiz. 5, Andy Ruiz Jr. 6, Adam Kalinowski. 7, Charles Martin. 8, Ajit Cabiel. 9, Chris Arreola. 10, Michael Hunter. 11, Filip Herkovich. 12, Frank Sanchez. 13, Otto Wallin. 14, Zan Kosabutsky. And number 15, Michael Coffey. So these are the new rankings. And if you haven't seen last month's video, that will pop up at the end of this one, just so you can see any kind of changes. But I'm going to go through all the changes for you anyway. Now, last month, even though Trevor Bryan had just become WBA regular world heavyweight champion after they stripped Manuel Charr, and he got to fight for an easy belt against Bermane, who lost his last fight to Joe Joyce, by the way. But anyway, he was eligible to fight for a title, right? Yeah, of course he was. But Trevor Bryan is now the regular champion. So, number 1, Alexander Usyk. Again, Alexander Usyk, it's obvious to everybody what his next moves are, and has been for quite some time. So it's a waste of a ranking, you ranking Alexander Usyk anywhere within your WBA. Because he's going to be fighting Joe Joyce next for a WBO interim world heavyweight title. And the winner of that fight will become full champion once the first Joshua Fury fight happens. So why are you ranking Alexander Usyk? It's a waste of a ranking. Now, one change that is here as well is Deontay Wilder, number 2, Bogdan Dinu, number 3, have actually traded places. Beforehand, believe it or not, Bogdan Dinu was ranked above Wilder and everybody else. Bogdan Dinu was ranked higher. But Wilder hasn't had a fight since. Bogdan Dinu hasn't had a fight since. So why is there even a change? Not that I agreed with the original point, not at all. But why suddenly now is there a change? Why is Bogdan Dinu ranked number 3? For what? Bogdan Dinu, who has lost 2 of his last 4 fights. 2 of them. And the 2 fights that he has won against absolute bums. In fact, this whole damn ranking system, the WBA, is a pack of bums, as Tyson Fury would call it. It's terrible. Why is Bogdan Dinu ranked at number 3? How can you be ranked at number 3 when you lose 2 of your last 4 fights? One to Kubrat Pulev, one to Big Baby Jaron Miller, and then fight 2 journeymen and get wins over them, but yet ranked so high above everybody else? Why is that? Unbelievable. Luis Ortiz, again, he's a guy who's got knocked out in 2 of his last 5, maybe 6 fights. Knocked out. Yeah, he's ranked number 4. Who's he beat? Who's he beaten? Can somebody please tell me who he has beaten to justify this position? He's ducked Dillian Whyte for record high payday for him. He's ducked an even bigger payday against Anthony Joshua. Why is he ranked so high? He hasn't beat anybody. His last credible win was against Trevor Bryan, 5-6 years ago? Even then, he's a dubious one because he came off of a loss to Vladimir Klitschko. So why is he ranked so high? Andy Ruiz Jr., okay, former unified world heavyweight champion after defeating Anthony Joshua, but then, of course, lost his belts in a complete shutout in the rematch. Okay, I don't have too much problem with his ranking anyway. Adam Kownacki, he has lost his last fight, again to Robert Helenius, who's not on this list, but he is actually the gold champion. For whatever kind of value that has, is what it is. Charles Martin, number 7. It's a little high, isn't it? Ajit Kabiel, he has moved up a couple of positions. He hasn't had a fight, but he's moved up a couple of positions. I can understand one position why he's moved up, because Bermane Stivern's not ranked there anymore, because Bermane Stivern was ranked number 11 before. But even then, Ajit Kabiel was ranked number 10 last month. So, again, why has he moved up like 2 positions? I have no idea. Number 9, Chris Arreola. This guy has won 2 of his last 6 fights. 2. In fact, his last fight, he lost to Adam Kownacki. Why is he ranked at number 9? Why is that? Is that because he's going to be having a pay-per-view fight with Andy Ruiz Jr. on April the 24th? Is that why he's ranked at number 9? How can you only win 2 of your last 6 fights and be ranked number 9? And there were bums that he beat, by the way. Bums. Bums. Yeah, he's ranked number 9. Why is that? Well, I'll tell you why that is in a second. Number 10, Michael Hunter. No issues with that one. Filip Hrgovic. He's a little bit high considering he has only had 12 fights, but at the same time, a lot of people do believe he could be the real deal. But Filip Hrgovic versus Michael Hunter will be next by all accounts as well. So they're certainly going to be justifying their position and maybe even higher position. Frank Sanchez, number 12, undefeated prospect from Cuba, trained by excellent trainer in Eddie Reynoso. Is he going to be the real deal? Time will tell, but let's see this year. Let's see him fight somebody in this top 15. Let's see him justify it. Number 13, Otto Wallin. Of course, he just defeated Dominic Brazil. But yeah, he's ranked number 13. But yet the likes of Bogdan Dinu and Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin and that are ranked so high, and Chris Arreola, but Bogdan Dinu, who just defeated somebody who we know. I mean, if that win against Dominic Brazil was good enough for Deontay Wilder, then surely it should be good enough for Otto Wallin, right? Surely. So why is he ranked number 13? Is what it is. Number 14, Khan Kosabutsky from Kazakhstan. Undefeated guy, 15-0, 14 of those by knockout. In fact, the biggest name that he's defeated is Kamil Sokolowski, Polish-British journeyman. Of sorts, I think his resume is a little unfair because Sokolowski, he has won quite a few fights, but not got the decision. So he's had to literally knock out other prospects like Nick Webb, Naylor Ball and that, just to try and give his resume a little bit of credibility, because unfortunately his resume makes him look like a journeyman. He's not really a journeyman. He's actually an okay fighter. He's probably more gatekeeper / journeyman, if you like. Anyway, that's his biggest win anyway. And of course, number 15, Michael Coffey. Again, his best win was what? Joey Abel? Other than that, he's been fighting a pack of bums. Okay? But it is what it is. Now, one thing, and I will do a video on it separately straight after this one, will be the fact that out of these 15, some of you may have already noticed that 9 of those are PBC fighters. So now you understand why I will be doing a separate video on that one. WBA, bunch of bums. Absolute bunch of bums. You can't justify this ranking. You just can't. You can't justify it. I'll be interested for Mendoza to justify it, And hey, maybe he can convince me, maybe he can convince you guys and get everybody on side. But at the minute, their credibility through the floor. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, for me, Bogdan Dinu shouldn't even be there. Chris Arreola shouldn't even be there. Charles Martin should be ranked much lower than that. Otto Wallin should be ranked higher than that. And the two prospects at the bottom, Kosabudski and Coffey, it is what it is. Time will tell about those, okay? But anyway, that's my thoughts. You drop me yours. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.